From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here in studio with Abby Bitterman, OU beat writer. Abby, basketball season underway, well underway, with Big 12 play already started for the Sooners, and a trend that doesn't seem to change whether it's non-conference or conference. Sooners getting off to slow starts. What's going on here? Can you diagnose it at all?
Yeah, you know, it's been a problem from the very beginning of the season. OU, I think, maybe has only one game where they've been at one home game where they've been in the lead at halftime, but they've won all their home games so far this season. It honestly seems to be just a lack of energy and aggressiveness from most of the team early in the game. Christian Doolittle, who on Saturday against Kansas State really kept them in it, he was the only one who was really coming out and playing aggressive, and it seems to just be taking a while for the rest of the team to find that energy. One thing that does seem to help is some of the bench players tend to bring a lot of energy into the game with them, and Coach Lon Kruger likes to filter people into the lineup pretty regularly, and that seems to help. But it really takes until the second half for Oklahoma to kind of go on a run and figure it out. And against Kansas State, it took until the last 10 minutes when Austin Reeves really came alive for them. So
does it seem to baffle the Sooners a little bit that you've got, I mean, in Christian Doolittle, your leader, who seems to come out and have the energy, and nobody seems to be following? Is it a little bit baffling to them right now?
Yeah, it does seem to be that way, and they don't seem to have a ton of answer for it. I believe they all said after the game Saturday, when they were asked, you know, what would you like to see in the beginning of the game, and they were all like, the last 10 minutes of the game. So I think, I mean, they're well aware that it's an issue, but they're having trouble themselves, much like I'm having trouble trying to tell you exactly what's going wrong and what they're missing. They're having trouble trying to figure it out too.
I guess if we could diagnose it, they would have probably already fixed it at this point.
That's true.
Getting it fixed seems like it's going to be really important as they go on the road for a couple of Big 12 games this week. Go to Texas, go to Iowa State. Iowa State struggling a bit this year, but winning at either of those places, I gotta think a slow start could be really detrimental to this team.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, especially when you have so many new faces. Before Saturday, only 3 Sooners had played in a Big 12 conference game before. That number is obviously higher now, but just the lack of experience in the conference, and with, you know, the beginning of the season, non-conference play is a bit more spread out. Now in Big 12 play, they're playing a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And so a slow start, yeah, like you said, could really hurt them. But I guess a little bit of the good news is that it's something that they've been dealing with all season and still finding ways to win most of the time.
Yeah, so if they need to come back, they know how to do that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see on Wednesday night at Texas. It's an 8 o'clock tip. Sooners get off to a hot start. I'm sure there'll be some motivation to beat those guys in the burnt orange. We'll see how it goes. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at Oklahoman.com and every day in the Oklahoman.